Hey, welcome back, Craps Crusaders. I have an interesting strategy for you today. I was off the grid for a while, but now I'm back, and I've got an interesting one for you. Anyways, it's called the two-step. First of all, after 2 hits, we'll always take everything down. There is a little bit of laddering in this strategy that you'll see as we play through it. This is actually the second time I've made the video. I made one a few days ago and put it out, I think just yesterday. But I made a dealer error in it. So if you saw that one, here's another opportunity to see this strategy with a live roll. If this is your first time seeing the video, I hope you like the strategy and get something out of it to use in one of your own strategies. All strategies are meant to be tailored to how you like to play them. So anyways, without further ado, here is the two-step.
Okay, for the two-step strategy, I'm going to play it at a $15 level and playing it with a pretty small bankroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $520. So $520 bankroll. Be better off playing it with a larger bankroll, but let's say you're going to go for it. $500 bankroll, 520 I guess. The 20 is just to speed up the process as I'm rolling. Okay, so forget about this bankroll for a second. Let me just show you how the strategy works. First of all, we wait for a point to be established. So let's say the point is a 4. And we're going to place $36 in bets, an $18 6 and an $18 8. So let me show you in a perfect world scenario first. In a perfect world, one of these numbers is rolled right away. So let's say the 6 is rolled. It's going to pay 21. Whatever number is rolled, we're going to try to hit again. So at our base level, with the $18 each on those, after our first hit, the 8 comes down, the 6 stays, and goes up a unit. Everything else goes in our rack. So at this point, we're going to have a $24 6 working for us, and in our rack, we're going to have $33. So currently, we only have $3 of our initial money risked out there. So we could lose 3 of our original and we win $28 if we can hit a 6 before big red. So that's in a perfect world. In a perfect world, we just hit the 6, we get paid the 28, we take all of it, put it in our rack, let that roll conclude, and then we'd start over with 18 on each and do the same thing forever and be a millionaire. But just in the off chance that doesn't happen, let me show you what else we need to know. So let's say we have our 6 and 8 out there and we immediately 7 out. So the 36 is going to go away, and then what we're going to do is next roll, we'll wait for a point to be established again. Let's say it's a 5. We're going to bump each of them up to 24, so we're going to bump them up 1 unit. By the way, if the same thing happens again, we bump them up 1 unit. So that's how that part goes. All right. So if a 6 or 8 is rolled this time, it's going to pay $28. There's the 28. Let's say it was the 6. So if a 6 rolls, we're going to try to repeat on the 6. So this time, we're going to take the 8 back down to the minimum bet, which is 18, but we're not taking it all the way down. We only take the 6 or the 8 all the way down at the $18 level. Otherwise, we take it down to the $18 level. Okay, so we got paid. We took that down to the $18 level, and we still, whatever number we hit, which in this case was the 6, we take up 1 unit. We can rack the rest. Okay, so 2 things can happen now. We can either hit the 6 or the 8. If we hit either of those, we'll pay it, and that'll be our second hit. We'll take everything down and go back to $18 each on those. The other thing that can happen at this point is we 7 out before we get our second hit. If that happens, this comes down and we're going to stay at the same level. We don't need to go up. If we had 7'd out right away with our $24 each there, that'd go away and we would have went up to 30. But we did get 1 hit, but we didn't get the second hit, so after that goes away, we would stay at our same level. If we get 2 hits, we go back down to the $18 level on each. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing. You'll see it as I roll it. Okay, so first we just need to get a point established. It's a 7 on the come out roll right away. Craps 3. Okay, there's a 9, 5, 4, 9. Points 9. The first thing we're going to do is place an $18 6 and $18 8. And let's try to get a hit on one of those, obviously. Okay, there's an 8 right off the bat, almost off the table, but not quite. So $18 8 is going to pay 21. Whichever number we hit, we're going to try to repeat and hit again. So on our base level, when we have 18 each on those and we hit one, here's what we're going to do. Whichever one we don't hit, we're going to take down. We're also going to take our number we did hit, the 8 in this case, up 1 unit. And here's what that means. So we've got a $24 8 working for us, and we're in our rack, we're about to put $33. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 3. So at this point, after one hit, we have $3 of our original money at risk, but we also have a $24 8 working for us. Now all it is can we hit an 8 before big red? That's a craps 3. And we cannot in this instance. So we 7'd out, our 8 comes down. So for that round, we're down $3. We're just gonna reload and try again. Let's get a point established. All right, the point's 4 this time. Our base level bet is 18 each on the 6 and 8, and we're looking for one hit to get things started. There's a 6 right off the bat. So it's going to pay 21. There's the 21. We're going to try to hit another 6. So we're going to take our 8 down. We're also going to take our 6 up 1 unit. So again, we've got a $24 6 working for us and $3 of our own money, of our original money at risk. All right, there's an 8, and we're not on the 8 anymore. I know that can be painful, but we're not on it currently. 6, 4, easy 10. All right, we 7'd out again. So that 6 comes down. For the session, we're down $6. Let's get a new point set. 7 on the come out roll. And there's a 6, 4. So the point's 10. And yet again, we're going to do 18 and 18. That's a hard 4. Back to back, hard 4s. And snake eyes. Wow. Okay, we 7'd out. So here's what that means. We 7'd out before we had even one hit on either the 6 or the 8. So obviously those come down, first of all. And what we do in that instance is we're going to go up 1 unit. So we're going to play a $24 6 and a $24 8. There's 50, so I'm going to get 2 $24 bets placed out here and give myself $2 change. So there's our 24 and 24 for $48, $2 change. And first we need to establish a new point. So bets are off. 5 is the new point. Okay, we 7'd out again. So remember, we had 24 out here. So we're gonna have to go up to $30. So we're up to $30 each on the 6 and 8, and let's establish a point. It's a 9. 7 out again. So we'll be going up to $36 each. All right, let's establish a point. The point is 10. And looking for a 6 or an 8. There's a 6. We've got $36 out there. That's going to pay 42. There's the $42. We're going to try to hit another 6. since that's the one we hit the first time. So except when we're at $18 each, here's what we're gonna do now. The 8 does come down, but instead of coming all the way down, we're taking it back to the minimum, which is 18. And we're still gonna take our 6 up 1 unit. I'm gonna have to throw in a dollar chip. And we're gonna rack the remaining money. And we're looking for our second hit. If we get our second hit, all of that comes down. A 6 would be much better than an 8. I guess we'd be happy with either, but a 6 is where our bigger bet is on. 3, craps 3. 2, craps 2. Okay, there's an 8. We only have 18 out there, but that's gonna pay 21. I'm gonna go 25 for 4 from my rack. And that was our second hit, so we are going to take everything down and just go ahead and roll it out. 10, hit the point right away. All right, so now we're back to our base level. 7 on the come out roll. Back to back big reds. Here's a 4. All right, 4 is the point. Make a little change. And we've got 18 each on the 6 and 8. All right, there's an 8 right away, pays 21. Here's the $21. We're gonna try to hit another 8. So we take the 6 down, our 8 up 1 unit. $24 8 working for us, $3 invested on this shooter. Okay, there's an 8. 24 is gonna pay $28. That's our second hit. So everything comes down. And we let the roll conclude. The 9, 5, 4, 9. Back-to-back 9s. And 4 is the point. All right, so we're just gonna repeat the process. It's a 7 on the come out roll. And a 5, so the point's 5. And looking for a 6 or an 8. All right, there's a 6. It's gonna pay 21. I'm gonna go 25 for 4 from my rack. We wanna hit another 6, so the 8 comes fully down. Take $6 of it to add to our 6 to take it up a unit. Everything else goes in the rack. And we're back to 6 versus big red. Here's an 8. And big red comes out the victor this time. All right, let's get a new point set. The new point's 5. And we're gonna need 36 again to do our 6 and 8 bet. It's gonna mean 14 change. 14 change. And 5 is the point, looking for a 6 or an 8. Okay, there's a 6, so 21. Again, I'm gonna go 25 for 4. We're gonna try to hit the 6 again, so the 8 comes down. Gonna take $6 from our 8 to build our 6 up. We've got a $24 6. And here we go, 6 versus big red. This time 6 comes out ahead, 4, 2, 6. 24 is gonna pay $28. That's our second hit, so it all comes down. And we'll start the process over. Actually, not yet, we won't. 5 is the point got to let this roll conclude. There's another 6. I know we're not on it. And 5. I think that's the third point we've hit in a row. All right. 5, 4, 9. 9 is the point. And $2 change. I'm sorry, I need $14 change. Trying to rip myself off. $14 change. And looking for a 6 or an 8. 4, easy 4. 9, another point hit. Bets are off. And 7 on the come out. Back-to-back big reds. 3, craps 3. All right, there's an 8. 5, 3, 8 is the point. Okay, we 7'd out. So our 36 goes away. We're gonna have to go up to 24 each on the 6 and 8 this time. Yeah, this time it does mean $2 change. And we 7'd out. We need a new point, first of all. Okay, 8 is the new point. Hard 10. 9, 6, 3, 9. 4, easy 4. That's a 5. Come on, one hit now. Hard 4. Playing the outside. Craps 12. Craps 3. And that's a 5, 4, 9. There's a 6. Okay, on the 6 we've got 24. It's going to pay 28. There's the $28. So we're going to want to hit another 6. Since we've bumped these up, they're not at the $18 base level. I guess you can say we start by taking the 8 down. We're really going to take the 8 back down to 18. So there's the 18. We've got $6 left in this case from the 8. We take our 6 up 1 unit. Okay. So we're looking for a 6 or an 8. We'd be more happy with a 6. 3, craps 3. All right, there's a 6. Fantastic. That's a hard 6. We've got, I think, 30 out there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to pay 35. That's our second hit. So everything's going to come down. You know, if you wanted to leave it out for another roll or leave some of it out, maybe go back down to the minimums, you could. But since we're calling this the 2-step, we're going to stick with the 2. 2 hits and we're down. Okay, so let's just finish this roll out. That didn't take long. 7. Yeah, we got just about 36 there. We've got $3 remaining. I'm gonna stick that in the rack. This will be it for our first playthrough. So the point's 8. Let's see what we can do. Not much. 7 out. Okay, so we've played through once. Give me a second. I'll count it up. I think we lost a little money, not a whole lot. But let me count it up and we'll see. Okay, kind of funny. I counted it all up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 515. 519. Down $1. So finished dead even. Not the best rolls, but despite not having the best rolls, we didn't lose any money. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. I'll keep them coming.